Hello. Welcome, beautiful, vibrant souls who are Leos or have big Leo placements to your month ahead predictions. This is going to be looking at the month of March 2024. So I was figuring out where I put my chapstick real quick. Oh, it's in my pocket. How fortuitous. So my intention for this month is to look at how the energies of luck and abundance and expansion are going to be aiding you this month. So in what situation and what areas of life, all that good stuff. So let's take a look at your month ahead, shall we? I hope you guys had a great February, and I hope your March is very, very blessed. Okay, allowance. I don't know what immediately I was getting. So this card is always about like allowing things to flow, but immediately I was getting, some of you may have been fighting with somebody about money. Like, thanks for the allowance, Dad. Thanks for the allowance, Mom. About how to divide up money. Some of you might have been fighting in a work situation, like trying to renegotiate a contract. And that may have been a point of contention for you leading up to the month of March. Let's see what we have first. Synergy. I love seeing this in this situation. Perfect. I'm going to read this first, but I do want to actually read the card for allowance because I do think that the meanings of both of these cards kind of, well, there's some synergy there. The frequency of synergy supports our allowance. I love that. And acceptance. I didn't even know that was there. I try not to memorize the cards because I like to channel, so I love when things are like aligned like that and they kind of confirm each other. The frequency of synergy supports our allowance and acceptance of not so obvious, never seen before combinations and unions that result in new ways of functioning, working, thinking, relating, loving, and being. It reminds us to embrace the unfamiliar so that new yet exciting co-creations can give birth to a new reality. So the reason why I wanted to read allowance, because I couldn't remember exactly what was on the card, but I remember the basic idea. Allowance says the frequency of allowance invites us to be open to whatever comes our way, without judgment, without opinion, without fear, and without resistance. When we allow, the universe becomes our partner in the wonder dance of existence and expansion. Excuse me. Sorry. So my allergies, my asthma are just awful. Okay, so first and foremost, especially I feel like money is an issue, been an issue for you folks. Something about money in particular feels like it's been a sticking point lately. There is really beautiful supportive energy when it comes to answering your prayers, answering your questions, but I'm getting with this synergy kind of a vibe as well as the allowance. It might require doing things differently than you had planned. I wouldn't be surprised if Temperance comes out when we do tarot, or if the Sun came out, especially reversed. That's a very similar energy for me. So this is really going to be a month where you're going to be supported, right? The energies of luck, abundance, expansion are going to be supporting you in calling in answers to your, like, solutions to your problems, answers to your questions, answers to your requests. But they might end up being different than what you expected. So part of this supportive energy is also going to be helping ease any sense of resistance to something different than what you had been asking for. We have 41 here that reduces to a 5, so there are changes that are coming in this situation, and they feel very positive ones. But this might be where you're taking a different approach, right? Some of you, if you are trying to manifest a business or get a business further off the ground, you may have had, like, for example, a set way of like doing things. So, it's like, I want to, be bringing in more clients, a higher profit margin, whatever it might be. And it's like, that's going to happen. But be open to how the universe wants to do that, right? Be open to how the universe wants to bring in more money into your life, or, be open to how the universe wants to bring in more abundance into your life. Something that might seem unrelated might actually boost your financial well-being, right? Everything is energy. So often how we do one thing is how we do everything, or, improving one area of life improves another. This might be where you like to work alone, but you're being asked to work with a partner. Excuse me. Some of you, you're hesitant to work with a friend. It may actually go better than you thought. Sorry if you can hear my stomach rumble. So something kind of to that effect. So let's get some further details about what this is. I'm in my comfy little bathrobe because I want to be. I don't really have a good excuse. So yeah, it's as comfy as it looks, I assure you. I'm actually being instructed to take 2, so I'm going to take 2. We have nurturing at the bottom. For some of you, this is somebody offering to help, and you might be uncomfortable with that sometimes. But there's a sense here where the universe, I always say this, the universe doesn't have hands. The universe doesn't have legs. The universe doesn't have a physical bank account. So the universe can't cut you a check, walk over to your house, ring your doorbell and hand it to you, right? So the universe has to use other people and other places and things to guide you to exactly where you need to be in order to receive what the universe is trying to give you. So if we get really rigid in how we expect that to look, and we turn down abundance, we might be missing the very support we've been asking for. I'm also hearing support comes from unexpected places. Ideas come from unexpected places. So you have the third eye with visualization. 28 reducing to a 10. So a cycle is completing. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh my God, these allergies are just killing me today. Which also reduces to a 1. So there's a new beginning here. You can, before we even keep going, visualization might be very, very helpful. Using manifestation techniques, if you don't usually do that, very, very, very helpful. Create a vision board if you've never done that before. Spend time, dedicate solid time to visualizing the outcomes that you want. For some of you, you're trying to manifest something. The next step is to incorporate visualization. Excuse me. So for example, if you listen to excuse me, for example, if you listen to sound frequencies, or if you do affirmations, those are great. The next step to really solidify that is visualization, or to externalize your visualization a little bit more, like I said, a vision board. Some of you, this is very specific. If there's a thing you've been wanting, to go physically put yourself in the space with that thing, even if it feels ridiculous. So if there's a thing that you've been wanting, go to a store where you can purchase it and just walk around with it for a while. I know that sounds weird, but just walk around with it. Just see what happens. Start with small things. Even if you're going into the grocery store, practice by visualizing what you want that trip to look like before you even step foot inside the store. I don't know why I'm getting really knee deep in this, but yeah, practice that and then see how close things turn out, right? And try to practice between visualizing and when you actually go in, truly letting yourself believe that things are going to go exactly the way that you imagine them. But some aspect of visualization here is important. When you guys daydream, you are visualizing. If you guys find that you daydream a lot, the key here might be believing in your daydreams. Excuse me. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. This is super specific. Some of you need to watch a new TV show or go look at art, because there's going to be a visual that is psychically stimulating, and that's going to give you an idea that you need or give you insight that you need. Meditation. Okay, so this is very much, I feel, for this group about boosting your manifestation power, working with certain energetic techniques, and not rushing through them or discounting them. We have 32 that reduces to a 5 here. So again, we have 5 coming up twice. There are big changes when it comes to this area of your life. And for many of you, I do feel like this is financial. This is in relationship to career. But there's a sense here, spend time, whatever's going to come out, spend time in meditation, spend meditative time visualizing, spend time truly tapping into what it would be like to have the desired outcome you want with whatever this is you're trying to create. And then with allowance, allow yourself to receive that. I've been saying this in all the groups so far. because it's applied. It makes me think of Halloween Town, where they say magic is wanting something and letting yourself have it. And it's a very simple concept, but it's a straightforward concept, but it's very complicated in its execution, right? Excuse me. Because so many of us, struggle with that at some point, like along the journey, right? We either don't know what we want, or we think we want one thing and it ends up not being in alignment, like it's not really for us, right? We have a lot of fears and doubts and programs that stand in the way of letting ourselves have it. There's a lot of confusion with understanding how manifestation works, things like that, right? So it's simple in concept, but challenging in in reality to carry out. So there feels like this is a very heavy energy for you guys, where it's like truly like spending quality time using your manifestation techniques, or even trying out new ones to create the vision that you want, because I feel like you've got a lot of power and energy behind this. And then for some, especially, letting yourself have it, letting the universe bring it to you in the really special way it's going to come in. So I am kind of seeing that, but let's get some more details. What is this synergy about, Spirit? What is this? And so there's again, a big boost of luck, of abundance. Excuse me. The universe is conspiring with you here. The Four of Pentacles, so there could be a sense of financial stability. The Ace of Cups reversed, there could be somebody who you're not talking to right now and you want to patch things up. The Four of Pentacles can be, having your walls up and things like that. But in this deck, you see always turned away. It always gives a stonewalling energy for me. So there could be the desire to kind of heal things a little bit, potentially. The Nine of Swords, some of you are very concerned about your stability right now. The Ten of Pentacles, oh, okay. And the Eight of Pentacles, yeah. I feel like a lot of you are very, very concerned about your long-term financial outcome. Some of you, you really want to, it's not even just about the financial. It's about the fact that you have a passion and you really want to turn this into your life's work. Some of you are very concerned about figuring out what your purpose is, what your life calling is. And this is starting to like increasingly consume a lot of your thoughts. I do see that here. So for some, I'm almost getting that there is like this concern about like finding your life purpose, finding your big, your big thing that you're going to be doing with your life, finding your passion, finding your craft, or being able to hone it into the Ten of Pentacles, that it creates a lot of anxiety. And it's almost like, because the person on the Four of Pentacles is turned the other way, it's almost like to kind of like feel like a sense of control. You might spend a lot of time doing things, right? But it kind of feels like you're just treading water, if that makes sense. And I feel like something that's coming through here is you have a lot of support and, again, abundant energy that's going to be gifted to you, like that little extra boost toward finding this thing, your passion, your calling. We have 28, again, that reduces to a 10 and a 1. A lot of you can tell at an energetic level, a cycle is ending. We also have a 10 here. A cycle is ending and a new one is beginning, and there's anxiety about, how do I take on this new cycle? How do I find my purpose? How do I, walk my path? There's these big questions, I feel like, and it is overly like concerning. But what you're being asked to do here is to allow the journey to unfold, that the universe is going to bring you to this Ten of Pentacles one way or another. But when you're kind of like allowing that to happen in the most, it's like in the way with the least resistance, not necessarily the least resistance on the way that you had pictured. Does that make sense? Some of you need to spend more time in meditation, and that's where you will start to see like visualization. You will start to see visual insights or psychic insights about the path ahead. You will start to receive psychic information when your energy is relaxed. That's a huge thing here. Excuse me. Some of you, when you relax your energy and you spend more time meditating, you will attract more abundance. It's because your energy is less like seized up. Your energy is less, less crappy. It's less like holding on, like grabbing stuff. So yeah, let me clarify a visualization. The Knight of Swords reverse. A lot of you guys are trying to solve this with logic, and especially like doing things, again, taking action, getting an idea and putting it into action. It's like, okay, I'll get to work right away. Being in your feminine energy might be a big challenge for you guys. Might be a little bit of workaholic sometimes. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, because you've already invested so much, and it's like, I'll put in the work, but you've been investing a lot, and you're kind of trying to figure out, you know, is this ever going to be a thing? Especially if you are struggling financially, it's like your back's against the wall. A lot of you are feeling really called to create long-term stability for yourself in a material context, in a career context, as well as to find your legacy, right? What you want to be known for. And there's a sense of easing into that's necessary. Yeah, Magician at the bottom. Allowing is going to be a huge part of the manifestation process for you guys. You have so many skills and talents. You have all the tools that you need to create something truly unique and wonderful. But it's about allowing the energy to flow in the timing and direction and kind of like waves, the ebbs and flows that it needs to. Seven of Wands reverse. Yeah, you guys need to like relax, release some of this energy. And the Two of Swords. A lot of you feel like you need to be on your guard. You need to be going after something, right? The Seven of Wands is taking, you know, some kind of defensive, passionate action. But you end up kind of, you know, getting the upper hand. So a lot of you guys feel like you need to go, you always need to be getting out in front of something. You always need to be like going and doing. You need to think of the next big thing. You know, I'm doing everything by myself. I've got to, like, you might have a very packed schedule. You might have even just like an abundance of ideas, and it's like, I've got to get everything going. I've got to get everything started right now. And there's almost a sense for some of you where it's like Spirit's giving you like 10 years worth of ideas. You can do them one at a time. Like, really enjoy the journey. For some of you, it's like just relaxing into that, and it's going to end up being a lot more profitable than you might imagine. So I do kind of see that. These are clarifying visualizations. So again, there's a sense here of needing to relax your energy. Even we have one of the only two blindfolded cards in the tarot. Needing to relax your energy, and that's where solutions will come in. Because the universe is trying to help you, like give you a little boost in that area. I'd like to clarify meditation. Yep, the Eight of Wands, rapid fire spirit guide messages. When you are in a meditative state, whether it's actively meditating or not, that is where you will receive the insights that you need, sweet pea. The Hierophant, Taurus energy showing up now. The Death card in reverse, and the Queen of Cups in reverse. Okay, and the Four of Wands. Some of you are trying to, this is about a relationship that you're trying to like create some of you want to create a long-term stable relationship, and you're trying to figure out with that Seven of Pentacles if that's an attainable goal, or if somebody you have in mind is an attainable person to have that with. Just because the Four of Wands is you know, like a marriage, the Hierophant is a marriage, the King and Queen of Cups, you know, which we have the Queen here, can be soulmates, things like that. So you're trying to figure it out. And with all these clarifying meditation, it's like when you are in meditation, you will get rapid fire spirit guide messages. You will get confirmation. You will get bursts of energy that give you the insight that you need, right? Also help you kind of soak up lessons that you need to soak up and integrate, right? And it's because I feel like it's time for things to change. I also feel like it's time for a cycle that you've already done a lot of work, right? You've done a lot of work to escape a cycle with the Queen of Cups in reverse of maybe not prioritizing your emotional well-being. What is this Queen of Cups reversed? The Page of Pentacles. I feel like exhausting yourself doing things to the point where like you're emotionally drained. You could be a parent and like or like almost a very maternal type person. You're always taking care of other people. Three of Wands. You're always like looking to the future, but like to the point where you might be not always like taking the best care of yourself right now, especially like your emotional landscape. It's like, that's fine. I've got to get to my goal. I've got to get to my goal. even if it's like creating emotional distress for you right now. Yeah, the Tower in reverse. You've done a lot of work to change this, though. You've done the work. And so there's a sense here where, excuse me, I feel like for you guys, there's a need to let this cycle, which you've already grown past, you've already moved past, truly let this cycle end and dissipate, right? So being in meditation will not only kind of help you sort of move out of that energy that you no longer need, but it's going to bring you the information and the insight and the wisdom that you do need to be able to move forward and make clear decisions and feel good about that. Because when you can, again, make those decisions, decide what you want, you know, wanting something, letting yourself have it, and then allow for the possibility that you don't have to do things, right? The universe is going to bring you what you want. You just get to kind of like enjoy the ride. Incredible things can happen. So I think this month, if I had to summarize, you're going to be getting a lot of like support when it comes to making your manifestations happen, as well as creating a lot of clarity around a good energetic ebb and flow for you and your manifestation process. So I hope that helped. I am wishing you guys a safe, happy, healthy month ahead. I think that's all I've got for you today, but feel free to come back and let me know how things panned out, okay? I love hearing about what's going on in you guys' life. So, yeah, take care. Bye.